Welcome to Rewiring the Brain. This video explores the secret connection between ADHD, anxiety, and addiction, as well as how to unlock your recovery superpowers. Meet your missing neurotransmitters. Dopamine, which drives perseverance and the reward circuit, and norepinephrine, which controls energy, focus, and alertness. When these heroes are missing, the brain loses its balance, which is the origin of ADHD. The ADHD brain is stuck in slow motion, using excessively slow processing speed, like you're trapped in a fall asleep mode. This leads to chronic procrastination, a craving for external stimulation, and being easily distracted. And like by contrast, the anxious brain is the engine stuck in overdrive. It becomes hypervigilant, constantly scanning for threats and leading to racing thoughts and even difficulty sleeping. This overdrive often offsets the slow-mo baseline of ADHD. So let's talk about the diagnostic matrix. The diagnostic matrix highlights the difference between ADHD and trauma origins for symptoms like distractibility, disorganization, and restlessness. Understanding the origin is the key to effective recovery. But check this out. Here's the plot twist. Addiction provides a synthetic dopamine rush to wake up the slow brain and simultaneously soothes the overactive, anxious nervous system. It's self-medication that eventually becomes self-destruction. You see, the cycle of dysregulation begins with a dopamine drop, leading to feeling bored and anxious. This drives the search for external thrills, which gives a temporary neurochemical rush known as the false fix. Then comes the crash, shame sets in, and baseline chemical levels drop lower. I'll bet this is starting to sound familiar. To break this cycle, we need a bottom-up approach. And don't worry, we're allowed to say bottom here, because we have no clueless gatekeepers with Victorian sensibilities to get offended. We start with somatic therapy. Move the body to free the mind. We use physical movements to safely regulate the nervous system without substances, unlike the top-down approach of traditional talk therapy. Now, some of you have heard me talk about this first superpower. It's called the physiological sigh. A double inhale through the nose fills the lungs and triggers brain neurons that detect high carbon dioxide. Then, a long, deep exhale rapidly offloads the built-up carbon dioxide, creating instant calm. Try it. Superpower number 2 is the butterfly hug. Cross your arms over your chest, locking your thumbs together, and gently tap. This bilateral stimulation grounds your body in the present moment, dragging the brain out of the trauma and addiction loop with safe rhythmic input. Plus, this is considered so much more preferable to smacking a bitch for being stupid. Superpower number 3 is the somatic salamander. Tilt your head gently, right or left. Shift your gaze down to the floor, then up to the ceiling, and slowly return to center. This fluid motion releases trapped tension in the neck, breaking the physical freeze, fight or flight cycle. And it also makes people wonder if you've seen a bug or something, so it's a nice way to mess with them. Superpower number 4 is the habit swap. The idea here is that you cannot just delete an unhealthy habit, you have to replace it with a healthy routine that serves the exact same brain need. Swap artificial stimulation, like doom scrolling, for something more organic and system soothing, like taking a walk or listening to your playlist while making a meal or painting. Now, the goal here isn't to be normal, whatever that means. The goal is calm, relaxed focus in the 12 to 15 hertz range. We aim to stimulate safely through habit swaps, soothing ourselves organically with somatic superpowers and rewriting our brain's neurochemistry. But every hero needs a mentor. Are you ready to begin your recovery reset? You don't have to fight the villains of addiction and dysregulation alone. Let's work together to decode your brain, harness your somatic superpowers, and build a life of calm, relaxed focus. And let's face it, I have no way of knowing if we're going to be a good fit for one another. And that's why I recommend a friendly, informal 15-minute discovery session where we jump on a video call to get to know one another and find out a little more about what you're hoping to accomplish. I mean, no one is ever really looking for coaching. You're looking for results. You want to finally feel free from everything that's holding you back, right? So schedule your free discovery session by visiting me on the web at www.inneralchemy.online. And until next time, this is Dr. John Michael Salvato wishing you peace and all good things.